It has been quite the year for Imad Sagar and his Blue Diamond stud farm. Not only is he the breeder of Group 1 French 1000 Guineas winner Mangoustine, but he's also the owner breeder of Nashwa, who won the Group 1 Prix de Diane and was third in the Epsom Oaks. Andrew Rawlin, broodmare manager at Blue Diamond Stud, introduces us to Princess Lulu, who is the dam of Nashwa, and Zotilla, who is the dam of Mangoustine.
Well, this year, we've got the dam of two classic winners, one homebred that we bred and foaled ourselves, and another that we bought the mare, so it's all very exciting. For me and the team, it's a big, we've had some big horses in Decorated Night and Jaya and Al Jazzy, and we've had some very big horses in the past, but the breeder and the classic horse is definitely the highlight so far. Princess Lulu, she was a very good race mare herself. She's had some cracking foals, obviously Nashwa so far being the best. She's got a lovely Dabawi colt, very, very nice. He thinks he's special, so let's hope he's half as good as she is even, but he's a very nice colt. She's had a few, Luganini, he was a very, very good racehorse himself. Princess Lulu, for a start, she's a very nice, kind, relaxed mare. She doesn't really, she's very straightforward, doesn't cause too many issues. Can be a little trickier to foal because she has bigger foals, but generally, she's such a kind-natured mare that, she's very straightforward. Nashwa as a youngster, she was one that you always find there's a few that stand out amongst the group. She always stood out quite nice, she was a later foal, but she was a big, strong filly, which, in some ways, you want bigger, stronger fillies in May, they can come up with more issues, but she never did. And she was a nice, big, strong filly, stood out in the paddock. Against all the others of that sort of age, and in fact she was probably a month old. She was probably as big and strong as the ones that were born in January, so she stood out a lot. And Zotilla, we bought her at Deauville. She takes a little bit to settle into her box and things, but once she's settled and we keep them nice and relaxed, they stay in smaller groups here, spend more time in nurseries until they're about a month old. She's got a cracking foal this year by Two Darn Hot, a lovely filly. But it just adds to the strength and depth of the broodmare band. You start with Arwa, she's a half sister to Order of St George. You end the alphabet with Zotilla, who's the dam of Mangoustine. Right bang in the middle, you've got Manasarova, who's got Silk of Defence, who's very, very promising, and then you've got Florette, you've got I'm Wonderful, you've got Pearling, you've got Princess Lulu and Nerea. Nerea's obviously the dam of Al Jazzy, who won at Royal Ascot. So there's coming to a lot of strength at the top end now. We're not just relying on one or two mares. We're 10 or 15 mares are in the top class. We try and sit down as whoever's around as a team and watch the big, as many of the races as we can, not just the big ones. But there's quite still, even though we didn't breed her ourselves, we're still, we've got the broodmare. We're adding to the quality of the mare band, and that is important for all the staff. And everybody was cheering her on. We tend to watch it here in the office if we can, and everybody was cheering her on nearly as much as Nashwa.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like or a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more content from the TDN.